Hey guys, welcome to another video from Mark and Tracy Ashbridge. Mark here with Tracy.
G'day.
And today we're going to talk to you about overcoming nervousness, which you may experience in network marketing, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. So Mark and Tracy here with another video, and today we're going to talk to you about nervousness, which is something that a lot of network marketers experience, especially if you're brand new, and that is around nervousness around approaching someone, you know, picking up the phone to prospect them for your business or to talk to someone about your product. It's a natural reaction that a lot of people get, and the reason that people feel nervous about speaking to someone is that your imagination starts to go wild. It starts to play tricks on you, and you start to think about all these potential scenarios that could happen when you pick up the phone. And it's amazing and quite surprising how wild our brains can start creating all these fanciful stories about this may happen, that may happen, this may happen. And you know, it really does put a blocker on you picking up the phone. So we need to be able to get over this hurdle, this nervousness that we create, because at the end of the day, the worst that could happen, literally the worst thing that could happen, is someone's going to say no. And when you think about it like that, there's not a lot really to be nervous about, is there?
Absolutely not. Somebody in our team was recently recruiting a Marine, or an ex-Marine, and they were talking about, you know, different things that happened in the business, different things he'd have to do, and his whole perspective was so different, because his perspective of if things go wrong, you know, his life was at risk, he might get shot at, he might get bombed, he might end up running away from somebody that's going to get him. And he said, really? So what's the worst that can happen? They're going to say no. Well, I think I could probably do this. If the worst that's going to happen to me is somebody's going to say no, well, really, that's quite a small problem. You know, and at the end of the day, the more no's, the closer we are to a yes. Which is a different way of, you've got to just get out of your comfort zone. Start going for no's, because every no you go for, when you know your numbers, you know that if you need 9 no's, the number 10 is going to be a yes. So you've got to keep your numbers, and that will help you stay confident to overcome this nervousness and step out of your comfort zone. Make yourself do it. Don't go do the washing up or tidy the office, check Facebook. You need to be really quite firm with yourself. What is the absolute worst that can happen? Really, it's a small problem if they say no. It's not a massive problem. It's frustrating, it's disappointing, but at the end of the day, nothing worse is going to happen. And I'm sure that your company, like ours, provides you with scripts that you can just read off that have been designed to help you get through that nervousness. So you can read the script. You don't have to make up what to say on the spot. You can just read the script. We've all had telemarketers call us. We know they're reading from a script, because if you ask them a question, they can't answer it. But, you know, start with the script. That'll help you to build your confidence and feel less nervous.
Yeah, definitely. And realize that it will subside, you know, just by practice. Okay, If you're brand new, yes, you're going to be nervous, you don't know what to expect, you're going to fluff all your words and all those things that could go wrong.
Well,
maybe
done all
will
of
go
those
wrong.
things.
But it's no big deal. When you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? If you really sat down and thought, what is the worst that could happen? You may look like a complete idiot. I suppose is the worst that could happen. So what? The guy on the phone probably never going to see you again. So at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. A couple of other things you could do to just get over that nervousness, I found, is, again, to immerse yourself in a bit of personal development, personal growth, and to keep reminding yourself about positive feelings. So in other words, you know, you could just keep saying to yourself, I'm great on the phone, I'm great on the phone, I'm great on the phone, just to try and create that feeling of self-belief and self-worth. If you're thinking, you know, if you're starting to get really nervous about the phone, for example, I'm great on the phone, I'm great on the phone, I'm great on the phone, just chant it to yourself. It may sound weird, but you're so programming your subconscious mind to obviously start to think differently. And again, immersing yourself in some personal development will help again, because if you have a strong belief system and a strong enough desire, it can overcome that nervousness. You see, where you allow nervousness to win the day is when your desire is not strong enough. So it becomes easier for you to take the easier path of surfing Facebook or doing the washing up or anything, just anything.
Washing the car becomes exciting.
Anything, just to avoid speaking to that person. And again, that's because your desire is not strong enough. So if you're in that realm, step back and sit down and work out what is your true burning desire. Because if you desire something strong enough, like really, really desire it strong enough, you'll pretty much do anything at the end of the day. So again, there's another tip for you to overcome nervousness. And as I said, realize that as you continue to do it, you get better at it, you practice, time spent essentially doing it over and over again, that nervousness will naturally subside, because you begin to understand what to expect. You'll soon realize that you're going to get 3 or 4 standard questions, 3 or 4 standard answers that you can just ream off the top of your head without any dramas, and you'll begin to realize that, I'm going to get a whole bunch of no's, but big deal, at the end of the day, I'm focused on those people who do want to work with me. Absolutely. And ignore everybody else. So we hope you found that interesting and helpful. If you do suffer from nervousness, realize it is a common trait. Everybody gets nervous before they speak to someone, in the early days. Feel free to share it with your team and anybody else who you think would benefit from this video. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.